Fifth generation wireless is coming this year. We're finally starting to get good examples of what it's going to be able to do. Take a look. So there's a lot of hype, 5G, but what can 5G really do and really change? Well, here at Mobile World Congress, the show floor is the perfect place to find out. Let's go. Now, normally when we think about 5G, we think about phones, like this Samsung Galaxy S10 5G. Here, this one is getting a 4K stream directly into the phone through these antennas. But there's a lot more 5G can do. Let's check it out. With 5G's low latency, I can interact live with an animated version of the actual game. Now, in a factory, 5G should allow for more flexible, more efficient production because the controls don't have to be physically connected to the equipment. They can be wireless. There is an actual truck more than 1,000 miles away, and I'm going to drive it over a 5G connection. Multiplayer in VR, very difficult on a slow connection, nice on 5G. That's what I just learned. Oh! The most impressive thing to me about all this is a combination of that stadium thing where there was a live event, simulated live event, and I could manipulate it, and that ping pong match. Because in VR, it finally makes sense. You can move around. You could have a virtual boxing match with a game or with a person. It's that fast that the latency is that low.
The ping pong, I have to say, looked fun, John. My question is 5G going to really now threaten hardline cable in a way that when 3G arrived, we questioned it, 4G arrived, we questioned it. It seemed by what you just showed us there that the capability of 5G is as good as anything, whether mobile or cable, that we've seen before.
Well, it could happen, Wilf, but it's an issue of high band spectrum. That's what you need in order to do that kind of work to simulate cable. And at the same time, cable companies are trying to compensate for that. Of course, Verizon is already out with a fixed wireless kind of 5G-ish service that is trying to capitalize on exactly that. I think it's too soon to say.
John, first of all, I'm convinced you haven't slept for days because your coverage has been around the clock and it's been awesome. We talk a lot about the race for 5G from an economic standpoint when it comes to the U.S. versus China, especially with all the Huawei stuff, et cetera, that's playing out right now. But when you demonstrate some of the technology that you just did, I can't help but think there's a security piece to this as well, because essentially what it seems like 5G is doing is pinpointing the location of every person who has a smartphone, every device, every machine, et cetera, that's hooked up with 5G. Am I right?
Yeah, you are right. And actually, I was talking to Ajit Pai, the chairman of the FCC, about some of those issues earlier today. And you're right. I mean, I have been on air since Worldwide Exchange, and it is about 10 p.m. here now. It's Mobile World Congress after dark. But those are some of the very concerns that people are trying to dig into. You know, carriers say that they're covering that. Cisco, who was with me on Worldwide Exchange, is trying to secure 5G. It's no longer that old model of just having a firewall and trying to keep bad guys out. Now you have to monitor the activity across the network, all these sensors, all these devices. And if something is acting in a way, data is flowing in a way that it looks like it shouldn't, that's your security incident. It's not so much about trying to keep people from getting in. It's once you know bad people are in, being able to monitor their activity before they do something really bad.